After speaking, Charlie said again, "However, if you take the magic medicine I gave you, you can fundamentally improve your physical function, and even make your body function surpass those people." Ao Shui hurriedly asked, "Master, if I take it, can the magic drug you give pass the doping test?" The doping test for sports games is very strict. If you are found to have taken a doping drug, you will be disqualified or even banned permanently. Charlie smiled and said, "Don't worry, my magic medicine relies on wonderful prescriptions and pure medicinal power, and has nothing to do with chemically purified stimulants. There will never be any problems." Ao Shui said excitedly, "Then I will take that magic medicine when I go back today." Charlie nodded, "I will come back when you play the next afternoon." "Great." Ao Shui was extremely excited and cheered happily. Qin Gang on the side hurriedly said respectfully, "Master, it's almost noon now, or else I would like to invite you to enjoy the noodles at noon and have a home-cooked meal at home." Charlie wanted to decline, but he thought that if Ao Shui was going to take the medicine in the afternoon, he could pay close attention to her and at the same time help her guide the absorption of medicine. Besides, Claire recently worked overtime at the company at noon, and generally did not go home to eat. The old master was also busy with the elderly college where Meiqing was studying, so he would definitely not go back at noon. Elaine, mother-in-law, is alone at home, and there is no need to go back and cook for her. So he nodded and said, "If that's the case, then I will go over and make some noise. By the way, I will be at your house this afternoon to help Ao Shui absorb the medicine." Qin Gang and Ao Shui's father and daughter raised their eyebrows with joy when they saw Charlie promised to eat at home. Charlie has never been a guest at their home, so the two of them are looking forward to it, and hope that they can get closer with Charlie this time. Especially little Pepper Ao Shui, she has been obsessed with Charlie for a day or two. She has always wanted to find a chance to develop with Charlie. Today's opportunity is really good. Seeing that Charlie was going to be a guest at home at noon, Ao Shui happily went to the lounge to change clothes. Before leaving, she said to Charlie, "Master, wait for me, I have to take a shower, but don't worry, it will be back soon." Charlie nodded and smiled. "Don't worry, get busy with your affairs." Qin Gang on the side said, "Master, it's quite messy here, or let's take a rest in the stroller, I'll let someone drive over in an RV today." Charlie smiled slightly. "Okay, then go to the car and wait." Stephen said in a hurry, "Master, please." When Charlie left the stadium with Qin Gang and Stephen, the coach, who had just been smashed with his right fist by Charlie, came to an athlete's lounge with a black face. At the entrance of this lounge, there is a Japanese flag with the words, "Japanese player, Nanako," written on it. The coach hesitated for a moment at the door, but still knocked on the door of the lounge. Soon, the door was opened, and a young man looked at him suspiciously, and asked, "Who are you?" The coach hurriedly smiled and said, hello, I want to find Miss Nanako, and her coach, Mr. Yamamoto Kazuki." The young man turned his head and said to the middle-aged man and young girl in the lounge, "Mr. Yamamoto, Miss Ito, this gentleman is here to see you too." Yamamoto Kazuki's eyebrows stood cold, and he asked, "Who are you? Do we know each other?" The coach smiled and said humbly, "Mr. Yamamoto, I am a Sanda coach. In the Sanda competition for 10 years, I participated in the battle on behalf of China, but I was defeated by you at that time. Don't you remember?" Yamamoto Kazuki said arrogantly, "I can't count the people who lost to me. How can I remember them all?" The coach nodded awkwardly, and said, "Well, Mr. Yamamoto, I am Coach Ao Shui for this competition, the girl representing China." "Oh no, the former coach, I have resigned now." Yamamoto Kazuki frowned and said, "Ao Shui? Why haven't I heard of this player? In this competition, among the top 5 seeded players, there shouldn't be this one, right?" The coach nodded quickly. "No, she has not been selected as a seed player before, so you may not pay attention to her." Yamamoto Kazuki asked coldly, "Then what do you mean by coming to me?" The coach hurriedly said, "I want to reveal a message to you." This Aoshui has found a very sinister and venomous kid as a coach. If Ms. Nanako will meet Aoshui in the subsequent games, she must be careful of her coach. Yamamoto Kazuki disdainfully said, "I don't believe that this kind of person would be great. I am Yamamoto Kazuki, a national treasure level fighter. The apprentice I taught is also a national treasure level Sanda fighter." Nanako's strength, not to mention college students from all over the world, even if the current athletes from all over the world participate in the Olympic Games, Nanako has the strength to win the championship. I will not hide it from you. Nanako's participation in this competition is actually just training. The real goal is to participate in the next Olympic Games and win the gold medal. The coach nodded and complimented, "I know, Mr. Yamamoto, your strength is extraordinary, and the personal disciples you trained yourself are naturally very powerful, but the young man I am talking about does have a few brushes. Look at my right hand." With that said, the coach immediately handed over his right hand. Yamamoto Kazuki couldn't help looking at the wound on his right hand.